Hello everyone, so in this video tutorial we're going to go through a typical scenario that you might have with a video on your desktop. I'm just going to go ahead and just show you the video. So we've got the video here, so let's go ahead and just open it up with S3Bubble. Okay, now this is just a trailer, okay, and we've got a trailer here and it just plays all the way through. But just for the purposes of this tutorial, let's say for this video we wanted to trim off this first bit here, so the video just starts at this point. We also wanted to add add captions to this video as well, so we're going to get subtitles on this video, and then we're going to upload it with HLS, okay, or encode it with HLS with BIF thumbnails and everything else involved. So a full kind of end-to-end tutorial this is going to be. So let's go ahead and see how we can do this. Okay, so first off, if you go to the tools menu in the top, you see the tools menu. Sorry, click the wrong one. You go to trim, and we want to trim our media, so I'm going to select the media now. Okay, so this is our trailer, and then if we move to the next point, then what we can do is if you click play, you can just use the scroll to pull through the video. Now I can actually use the arrows to go through each individual frame. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go right to the start. Let's just go back. Okay, so right about there is the frame we want, and then for the end we want it to be right at the end anyway. Okay, so just make sure you've got the start and end point set. Okay, we can grab a poster for our video, so if we just go to a section in the video we can click grab poster and it will grab the poster image at that frame. Let's click save and submit. Okay, so as you can see it's now creating a clipped version of our video for us. So I'm just going to wait for that to finish processing. Okay, great, so as you can see it's now finished processing our video, so we've got our trimmed video. So let's go ahead and look in our folder. You can see that we've got our new video, but it's got the extension clipped, so you can see it says it's clipped here. So if we open this with S3Bubble, okay, you can see we've just got the instant start of the video and we've clipped out that portion at the front. Okay, so that's good. So now let's say if we wanted to grab captions. Now you want to grab captions obviously from the clipped section of the video, so don't grab captions from this original video because they will be out of sync because we've obviously clicked the section. Okay, so just go ahead and we'll go over to tools again, so click on S3Bubble and tools, and we want to go to transcribe audio extractor. Okay, and now make sure we click the clipped and click OK, and it's gone ahead, instantly done it. So what's that done? So that's created an audio file for us that's a lot smaller than the original file, so we can upload this to use the transcribe service with AWS. So let's just go ahead and do that, and let's just upload it. Okay, and we'll out it to the folder, and we'll just call it it's called 12 Mighty Ducks. Oh, sorry, 12 Mighty Orphans, and we'll put caps or captions, so whatever you want to call it. Okay, save and continue. Select our file. Okay, so this is our audio file that we want. Click open. Okay, and then we'll upload that. And what that's going to do is it's going to quickly upload the file to AWS. So give it a second while that uploads. Okay, great. So that's uploaded our file to AWS. It says the location it's uploaded to. So let's go back to our account. I want to refresh, and you'll see we'll have our new folder here on the left hand side. Okay, so we've got a new folder. Let's open the folder, and you can see we've got our audio extraction here. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to run our transcribe job. Now transcribe, this is going to get all the audio captions for us, so we're going to do it in, let's do it in English. Okay, and it's going, we don't want to go to the location yet. Okay, let it just refresh, and then we'll also do one in, let's do one in a different language, so we'll do one in French. Okay, submit. So it's transcribing one for French and one for English, so you can go ahead and take a look at your transcribe jobs. Okay, and you'll see they're processing, so we'll need to wait for them to complete. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this video while we wait for those to complete and finalize, and then we'll come back to this. Okay, so both our jobs have completed successfully, so I'm just going to show you what I did. I went back to the folder, the original folder, and then it outputs two JSON files with the transcribed audio, back into the location of your audio. Okay, so just to show you, I've downloaded those files to my actual folder. I've got the files here for the Great British version and the French version, and they just come out like this. Okay, So what it does is AWS Transcribe has just given you an output of transcripts and items, okay, of each individual kind of text and punctuation throughout. So you've got this original text, and then we've got the time frame. So what we want to do is we want to actually convert this into a subtitle format that we can then use within our videos, okay? So to do this, again, let's open the app, and again under Tools, if we go to Transcribe JSON to SRT, which is a subtitle format, we can simply select our file, and it's done it, and then we can go ahead and do it again on the other file. Okay, so we'll quickly do it on this one as well. Now again, what I'll do is I'll open up this file in a text editor, okay, and you can see what it's done now is we've got our subtitle file here, okay. So here's where you could go through and you can edit the file. I'll show you how you can do that with the actual transcribe job open, with the video player open, so you can see. But this is your file, so it's up to you to go through and just take a look and see whether it's right or wrong, okay. So what we've got now is we've clipped our video, we've transcribed it, so we've got our subtitles, and what we want to do now is we want to encode the video to HLS. So let's go ahead and close this, go back to the encoder, and just one thing to note, we're going to do this locally, so just output it back into the original folder, but let me enter the details in here quickly. I'll show you on the next screen. So I've entered in my details here. Go to the next screen, we'll choose our master file. So this is going to be our clipped movie, remember, it's the one that we clipped. These are all the renditions that we can do it in. It's only up to 1080p, so there's no point doing 4K, but we'll leave the other resolutions as is. Now here's where we add the subtitles. So if we go to add a subtitle and click on the file path, none of these are going to show up, okay? Now the reason is because it has to be in VTT format to be able to use with the encoder. This is really simple to do. Again, over to Tools, and we can just quickly convert our SRTs over to VTT format, okay? So both files VTT, and then what we can do is if we put in the subtitle details now, okay, our language for this one is English, default, and we'll just type it in English, okay, and then let's add our French as well. So okay, and we'll click French. French subtitles, no, and this can be French. Okay, so we've added our sections here. Now here's where you can add your audio descriptions. We haven't got any audio descriptions for this piece, but if you had like audio dubs that you wanted to put over the top, you can do it here. They need to be in AAC format, and we have a tool converter perfectly for that, so you just go ahead and convert it to AAC, and then you can add your file there. Extra meta, you can add extra meta about the file, but we're not going to do this. Now poster, we can add a poster for this video through, like for our original poster like we showed on the trim section, but we didn't do that, so let's ignore that. And this is the actual interval between the BIF thumbnail. So when you hover over the player progress bar, it will show the BIF thumbnails for them to be able to search quickly, so we can change it. So obviously for large videos you want it at 60 seconds, but this is a small video, so we can leave it at 1 second. Continue. Now here's where you can put in some DRM security to secure your video from downloads. We're not going to do that for the purpose of this tutorial, and we'll click submit, and we'll just go and grab a coffee while we wait for this to complete. So it's generating our BIF thumbnail, it's encoding all our videos to different formats now, so we'll just wait a while for this to complete. Okay, great. So as you can see, it's been successfully encoded and it's been moved to our original folder. So we can see under here, under production, we've now got all our files. So we've got our BIF thumbnails. JSON is a file that has information about the actual video, and then we've got our renditions and then our captions. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up with S3Bubble. Okay. Okay, great. So you can see we've got our BIF thumbnails. We've also got our subtitles that are working. We've got our quality and renditions. Okay, and then the different captions. Okay. So the beauty of this is, say if we wanted to go ahead and look at one of the caption files, we can go ahead and go in here. Let's open this up in an editor. So we can just bring this down here, and this is where you can change anything within this file. Okay, so we can put let's put S3Bubble here. Okay, and if you click save, and then what we can do is just close this again. Close this, and then we'll simply open it up again, master M3U8. Okay, so you see that we've got our update on the actual caption file, and it's updated there, which is great. So you can go ahead and just simply go through the file, open it up in a text editor, and just check that you've got all the subtitles correct. And then once it's all correct, then it's completely up to you. You can just do it all locally and drag all that into S3Bubble or AWS and create a player through S3Bubble. Or you can use AWS, select your bucket, your folder, your output, and run the job again. But this time it'll upload it all directly to AWS, and it will also create a media player for you to be used on your website or be to use with one of our hosted theme setups. Okay, so that was how to do a kind of end-to-end process. This app's super useful. It's saving people a ton of money because they'd normally be doing all their encoding and encryption through AWS, which is quite costly. But you're doing it all locally here, so even if you mess it up, it's not really the end of the world because you're not losing any money. You're doing it all through your own processing power. So I hope you can see the advantages of doing that and how useful this is for companies to quickly get an end-to-end workflow from their post-production to their kind of output production level media. Okay, any questions, drop us a line on our website. Thanks.